Welcome to Kenji's Kitchen. Today we are going to make 豚肉の生姜焼き, which is a ginger pork, and this dish is one of the favorite or most popular Japanese home-cooked dish. Indeed, some of the people say mom's taste as a ginger pork. And this dish you can eat as hot, or you can even put it in a bento boxes. It's kind of favorite item on the bento boxes as well. So let's start making. So first, let's talk about the pork. In Japan, you can buy thinly sliced pork at the market, but in US, sometimes it's difficult to find such a thin cut pork. If you can find at the market, that's great, but if not, it's not the end of the world. We can get the other pork loin, such as this, and we can put it in the freezer about 2 hours ahead of your cooking time, so that it's going to be partially frozen and it's easier to cut thinly. So this is a 14-ounce pork loin, and I am cutting thinly. Because it's partially frozen, it can be cut really thin. Next, we are going to grate the ginger. If you don't have a grater, but if you have a food processor is fine too. And I like to use actually skin of the ginger. So you want to make sure it's washed cleanly, but the skin itself has actually better flavor, so you want to use it. But if you want to peel it, go ahead. Ginger is has quite much fiber, so if you don't want to have this fiber, you can squeeze the juice out of these grated ginger and just use the ginger juice for this cooking. But I like to use the whole ginger, so I'm going to just use whole thing. So next is onion. Many of the basic shogayaki does not have any onions, but I like to use onion because my grandmother often had the grated onion because it gives the sweetness to the finished dish. And before we start the cooking, we are going to mix the sauce beforehand. And the sauce ingredients are these 2 tablespoons of sake and 2 tablespoons of mirin and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. It's very simple, right? And the grated about 1 ounce ginger, and the grated onions, half onions, and mix. Next, I'm going to coat pork with cornstarch. So pan is heated. We are going to add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. I'm using canola oil, but any cooking oil is good. And we are going to add the pork, but to make sure that your pan is really hot. It is hot, but I want to make sure. And we are going to add pork a little bit, not overcrowded. So you cook pork until it turns the color, but not fully. So you still see the little pink, but it's okay because we are going to cook with the sauce as well. So now we are going to add all the sauce to the pan. The same pan is fine. You just cook your pork and cook a little bit so that ginger and onion both cook quite well. So now it is boiling, the sauce is boiling, so we are going to add all the pork in. And cook until it gets fully cooked, about actually only 3 minutes or so. So here is a completed pork ginger, 豚肉の生姜焼き. And a lot of time Japanese we put the shredded cabbage with it. So let's try eating. The smells so good. The whole kitchen smells like a ginger and some sweet soy sauce flavor too. Okay, let's try. いただきます. It's very gingery. Ginger has like a really warm spice feeling. And added onion, grated onion gives a really good sweetness to this dish as well. And the soy sauce is like so aromatic. It's really nice. It is very easy and quick cooking. So I hope you are going to try this pork ginger, which is 豚肉の生姜焼き at your home. Happy cooking!